Welcome to Through the Roof, y'all. Thank y'all for
Back.
attending
They're back in a different way.
Thank y'all for attending another show. And on this show, we're going to have, what they say is armed Black Panthers out here in Philadelphia. And I don't think it's too bad of an idea that we should start policing our communities and our children like this, man. And whoever came up with this idea was a little aggressive, but
this digital calendar lightening my mental load makes it worth every penny. I wasn't fully convinced the Skylight calendar would be able to do it until I finally got one.
The Black Panthers are back. They're back in a different way, but they're back. And a lot of people are going to be very scared of what's about to happen. So recently, what with all the craziness that we're seeing when it comes to, police brutality, ICE raiding and grabbing up people on the street, violence going on, Americans being killed by law enforcement, it's getting a little bit out of hand. And now, as a result, as a natural response, the Black Panther Party has returned. So in Philadelphia, a new group has emerged called the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. They're inspired by the original Black Panther Party, and they have actually been patrolling the streets of Philly after the Philadelphia police brutalized a minor on camera. The community, called a modern Black Panther group, led by Paul Birdsong, inspired by the original party, will be demanding accountability when systems fail, communities organize. And the police are gonna be shitting themselves over this. Look at this.
I can hold my gun like this. It's the law. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108 says I can hold my long arm in my hand. Just can't hit my finger on the trigger because it's not. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business.
The cops is pressed.
Because you guys like beating up our teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up a teenager. It was y'all, bro. Police officer, you part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. If you don't like to be labeled in with slave catchers, you shouldn't have touched that whole sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing their shit. You are a sellout. You ain't protecting shit. You got to do whatever they tell you to, including hurt your people. Because you're walking up to me and I don't like you and I don't trust you and I don't got no conversation with you. So unless you're investigating the crime, leave me the fuck alone. I don't care. I got a gun license right here. This is legal. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108. Move your car out of people's way and get the fuck out of my face. Thank you, officer. Have a good day. You have a bad one.
They just ran a cop.
Nah, let's be for real, man. Y'all
Panthers.
seen shit like that, what would y'all do, man? Nah, that takes some balls, man. That takes some balls, man.
Where you came from, slave catchers hired you to help catch their property, which was us. Slave catcher control was the origin of that case. Bitch ass nigga, the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of
Go where
here.
you're needed. We don't need your help. Get out the fucking street. Like your son you always say, get out the fucking street. Get out the fucking street. Go with him. Go with him. Get out the fucking street. You blocking traffic. Get out the fucking street. Get the fuck out the street.
Listen, man.
Nah, man. We gotta get more blacks like that. We gotta get more whites like that. We gotta start policing our own community, man. And that wasn't against I think that was against police brutality, but that's not what I'm speaking on. What I'm speaking on ain't got nothing to do with police brutality.
Up on me. I guarantee that no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee they won't. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window safely.
He said he'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. This is the chairman of the newly formed Black Panther Party, Paul Birdsong. This guy, I'm not gonna lie, I've not seen anybody. I'm lost for words. This man is a brave American. That's all I can say. Okay, fortunately, it seems like things have remained peaceful. Okay, but he basically said, an unarmed woman was killed by ICE. We're here to protect the community. If ICE thinks they're going to brutalize the people on our watch, fuck around and find out. Whoa.
Line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where
Yeah, nah, I'm not agreeing with none like
the
that.
community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means if shotgun shells are shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's gonna be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher, you meet them with equal force.
I'm not practicing no hate speech like that. What I'm saying is, man, we have to start policing our community. We have to start policing our children. We have to start speaking to those ones that's out there. We know that's out there committing these crimes and doing these bad things to these people that don't deserve it. We know who our family members are.
Civil War vibes, but this is just going to show you, right? They're using that Second Amendment, that right to bear arms. They making the extensive use of their constitutional right before their constitutional rights get taken away from them.
And it's okay to go against law enforcement if law enforcement's not doing something right. But that right there was a little excessive. I do believe we can get to where we can all reach a point to where we can all start getting back to the youth, because that's what's out there killing everybody. That's what's out there taking people's lives. That's what's out there causing deaths in all these funerals. I want to reach to the youth, and that's what we got to do if we're going to be accountable for what's going the next year going to look like. What is we going to be burying more people?
Any comments you want to give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation?
Legally arm yourselves and unify, or else you will die. And I mean that in a literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee. You know, everybody say her name, Renee. Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE. Right? This is a real thing, and they're not gonna stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're gonna get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because a revolution is in the barrel of a gun. Whether you believe it or not, you want to be comfortable, you want to be nice, you don't want no confrontation. Look, Huey P. Newton said the best. Anybody without a gun is either a slave or they're about to be one. You know?
Okay,
I think that's important against what we're facing on a daily basis when you leave your house. And we have to face these thugs and gangsters out there that want to do these innocent and ruthless drive-bys on people that can't defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? We need to be taking action towards that, more or less than the police. The police don't learn their lesson back when it's time. It's gonna be incidents, unfortunately. We can't stop casualties, but we can stop the higher rate of black-on-black crimes.
He said, my people been one afraid for hundreds of years, so if you say people scared of us now, that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people, or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Unify, arm yourself, and keep this mentality all the time. All power to the people.
All power to the people. Where can people find you? Like on social
I'm
media?
Chairman Paul Birdsong on Instagram. You can find the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense on TikTok and Instagram. Black Panther Party split up by chapter, so whatever state you are in, if there's a chapter there, type in BPP in the name of your state and it should pop up.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That's good to see a party like that's out there that could help police the community, man. But I would like to see them focus more on the issues that's going on in the black-on-black communities. Don't nobody want to address that issue. All these senseless murders. Over sets, over gangs, over colors, over flags, over property we don't own. Let's talk about investment. Let's talk about building our community. Let's talk about how we can move up in the next generation of owning property, getting houses, mortgages, owning things that we don't have now. We don't got none of that.
Here, we have received many emails from people asking what is our official stance on the ICE situation. I need you all to listen and understand what I'm telling you. We, the original Black Panther Party, in good conscience cannot risk life and limb of our people for groups of people who have not risked life and limb for us.
That part.
Just because we have a common enemy, that does not equate to us having a common problem.
Amen.
If this was so, now listen to me. If we had
That's what I was saying about us starting to police our own community like that.
immigrants, or even the black immigrants as a whole, when Breonna Taylor, Tyree Nichols, Trayvon Martin, Rollin Hill, Ahmaud Arbery, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, where were you at when our people are murdered in the streets, slaughtered in cold blood by an agency that now hunts you?
Amen.
But now that injustice has touched your door, we have something in common.
That's another thing I say, dog. Drugs is not an epidemic until it hit the white man community.
We cannot afford to divide our ranks to help individuals who have not been reciprocatory.
That part.
Black citizens, we are not the target. Sure, like anything else, a few black citizens get stopped, hassled, and ID'd. That's been happening to us for 400 plus years. The difference now is we aren't who they're looking for. We don't mean this in a harsh way to any community that migrated here and are targets of ICE. But legal or illegally, this has been our experience since our shackled feet touched the Virginia soil. Welcome to America.
Welcome to America.
Now, what's really interesting about this to me is I understand what he's saying. He's basically saying, look, if this is all starting in the wake of Renee Good getting killed, that was a white woman, all right? And he's basically saying that the black people of America have been subjugated for so many years. He's saying, he's basically, I'll say the quiet part loud for you. He's basically saying the Hispanic community ain't done nothing for us, so why are we taking up arms to protect them when so many of our black brothers like Trayvon Martin...
This is what I'm talking about. Why was we doing that for that? You know, Martin Luther King Day, we was killing our own people and throwing each other off of fucking top tiers.
Doing it now when the Hispanic community is being targeted by ICE. He's saying that black people aren't being targeted the same way that Hispanic people are, and now we're even seeing white Americans being shot dead by ICE agents. That's the point that he's making, but unfortunately he's kind of dragging, you know, our guy Chairman Paul Birdsong under the bus a little bit. So Chairman Paul did actually respond, okay? And he kind of gave his response to this opinion.
All power to the people. Chairman Paul Birdsong reporting for at the Community Defense Duty. Listen, two things that I need to run by you. Thing number one is, a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party that said that. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again, Black Panthers stood with the Mexicans, stood with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, stood with the Japanese, the Vietnamese. The Black Panthers did a whole campaign to end the Vietnam War because they stood with Vietnam. So for you guys who are talking all of this gibberish about, you guys aren't following traditions of the original, who do you think our leaders are? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther, right? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther who walked with Huey Newton. That's our leadership. And Billy J. Brooks, that was Fred Hampton's right-hand man. So you guys you sound stupid, to be honest. You sound like you don't really know what you're talking about. Doing a lot of hooting and hollering and don't really know what you're talking about. If you watch Huey Newton's speech, he specifically says, we are not black nationalists. We are internationalists. And we stand with all oppressed people across the globe.
Let's say it again.
No matter what your ethnicity is.
Let's say it again.
Come on, man. Y'all don't know.
That's what this channel is about, standing for something, man. We gotta stand for our own people, man, that's been oppressed in our own communities. We can't be trying to save the world. We gotta save our own back door.
Ooh, got that reggaeton. Today, we're gonna be
Say
making
my
beats
own
you guys
motherfucking
send me,
back door,
okay?
y'all.
So let's go.
Shinji, please do my beat.
So he's clapped back, man. He's given his opinion. He's basically saying, look, the Black Panthers are going to
Shout out to Troy.
stand up for everybody.
Shout out to Traveler Ross for letting me get the content
that black people were standing up for themselves for back in the original run of the Black Panthers. Now, I'll be honest, this is captivating to me. This is... look, I don't want to offend anyone when I say this, but this is just how I feel. This seems more important than a lot of what's going on, all right? This seems more important than a lot of what's going on my channel. I'll keep it real. I'm not seeing anybody else really talking about this. This is more important to me than the gangster rap and the drill music and, you know, the streamer drama. This, it might be a revolution in progress. The Black Panther Party pressing the police with guns, saying that they're patrolling the streets to stop ICE harassing people of all different types of backgrounds. This is one of the most interesting political developments that I've seen in years. Okay, so I will be following the Black Panther Party very, very close. Okay, I'll be following Paul Birdsong. I actually would like to interview Paul Birdsong. This guy seems really interesting. Seems very switched on, very smart. I'd like to know his opinion on a lot of things and where we're going in the future. And to be honest,
thinking the same thing too, man, because there's a lot of powerful black people out here that don't get the credit that they deserve. They're doing a lot of powerful things, and I would like to start something like that in my own community. That's what I'm going to school for now, criminal justice, so I could possibly be a grant writer or start doing my own thing.
See them shooting it out. I don't want to see those firearms getting used. I feel like the great thing about America is your right to bear arms is a protection. Your ability to protect yourself basically negates the need for you needed to protect yourself, all right? No one's going to play with you when you got the long stick. He had the automatic shotgun. He said he's got bigger guns than the ICE agents got. Ain't nobody going to play with him. And maybe that's actually what's needed to have peace, for everyone to say, you know what? If we mess with them, we're going to get that automatic shotgun. If they mess with us, they're going to get all the shit we got all in our arsenal, okay? Very, very interesting stuff. I don't mean to disrespect anybody on any side. I hope I've treated this topic respectfully. This is a really important story. So let me know what you guys thought of this story, man. It's a little bit different to what I usually cover, but I think as I've gone forward in the start of this year, I've been covering a lot of different topics on this channel. We're not just talking about rappers, gossip. We're talking about real things that matter. We're talking about geopolitics. We're talking about, yes, we're talking about streamer drama. We're talking about music. We're talking about culture. But we're also talking about what could end up being one of the biggest political movements of the modern era. Okay, the Black Panthers are back. I think it's really, really interesting. So let me know what you thought of this story. I will keep you guys updated. If you found it interesting, let me know below. If you didn't find it interesting, it's my channel. I'll post whatever I want. So appreciate you guys.
Yeah. But I said it first, y'all. Even though the United States this country is an open carry state, y'all have to remember, guns take lives, and lives can give you lives in prison. That's 2 lives taken. So think before you act before you make that choice, because once that choice is made, you can't take it back. This is Studio Roof Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and enjoy this next show.